How would we introduce it? Thanks
I'm
for coming
trying to
back.
think. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. It's great.
Good to be
great
back.
to have you.
Great to have
Great
you.
to have you here.
Please come back again. No, that's at the end.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's it. I think that's fine.
Keep listening through. There's a theme tune coming up. Be excited. Sing along if you can. Memorize it. Memorize it for the live. Memorize it for the live shows, and then here it is. It's Make It Say Metal.
Put up your feet and put on the kettle. Make it say metal. Fuck the Grand Prix, who's the best in the metal? Make it say metal. Metal. Make it say metal. Other podcasts suck, so you have to settle for.
It almost sounds like the Make and Say Metal bit sounds like, in between scenes on like Seinfeld and Friends, where it has like a and then we're in the coffee shop talking about metal.
We should do that every time we transition to something else.
I love that idea.
Yeah. Bloody episode 15. Lucky for some. Lucky for
Very
15. It's the Club of Nails in the Dwarfs Red Pus.
Wow. If you don't know what that means, then yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Go back and check it out. Should we get...
Or
go on.
Carry on and find out.
Oh, carry on and find out. Well, we're not going to tell him in this episode, though.
Carry on and find out. We're doing band name generator at the end. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry. It'd be weird if we came up with the same one again.
It could happen.
There's I don't know what the chances are.
Possibilities.
1 in a billion chance of that happening.
They're quite high, Chase. Yeah.
Should we do an intro? Should we not an intro, a running order?
Yeah. Run us through
I'm gonna run you through it. Oh, before I run you through it, I just want to do a quick fact check.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
Those of you who are listening,
do we need a new jingle?
Yeah.
New fact check.
We'll do a fact check jingle.
Fact check!
Right, great.
For those of you who are
We'll add that
listening,
in.
last week we received a message from a band called Masticator. We talked about mastication. I said mastication is the act of eating. I was wrong. It is the act of chewing.
It's kind of, you need to chew to eat.
Yeah, I mean, one leads to the other, but...
Unless it's a soup.
Yeah, or chewing gum, which you then take out and get rid of.
I don't take it out. You take it out?
You're full of chewing gum. I forgot about that. That's something that I forgot about you. And then also we mentioned that a club was a medieval weapon, and we said about I said about medieval times being the 1400s or 1500s. Technically, medieval times went from the 5th century, which is 400s, through to the 15th, which is 1400s. So I was on the edge.
Oh, so it includes it.
Yeah, but I was slightly out. So I apologise to any medieval enthusiasts, which I presume you all are.
You got it both right and wrong. That's not a fact. You got it right. It was right.
Yeah, but I got it right, but I went a bit too far over. I sort of just went over the edge of medieval times into the Iron Age.
A different time.
Iron Age?
Okay.
That'll be a fact check for next week.
Well, it's good.
Definitely wasn't.
Good that you added. Good that you added a new. Good that you added a new boring section into the podcast at the beginning.
Everyone switched off.
Just fact checking last week's episode.
Because no one's going to listen from here on. Shall I give you a running order?
Yes, let's have a running order.
We're going to kick off with news.
Then
we're going to go straight into messages. And in our messages section this week, we have a world exclusive that has never been played, never been spoken about on a podcast before. So that's good.
Lucky everyone.
Look forward to that. And then we'll do new releases. We're going to be talking about music from City of Industry, Yashira, 156 Silence, Cryptodira, Wes Borland, Devil Sold His Soul, Lethal Smile, and easily the best name of the band of the week, Nicolas Cage Fighter. And then we'll crown one album of the week, and we'll all go woo for a bit. And then homework.
Ayotwa.
Homework this week was original soundtracks, best and worst. And then band name generator, and then you can all stop listening.
So shall we go to the news?
Let's do news. A couple of gigs. Matt and I will hopefully be attending 2 gigs.
Well, we were meant to be attending another gig.
Oh, another one.
Real IRL, which isn't
a live gig.
Yeah, so we were going to Rage and Speedhorn on tonight, if you're listening when this comes out. And
on the night it is tonight.
Unfortunately, it's been cancelled because it's the end of days.
Yeah.
And
we've faced the Armageddon.
London is in a new tier, and then Rage and Speedhorn said, we can't come. It's been rescheduled to next year. So that's not happening.
Yeah.
But TV gigs are still happening. So
yeah, which is great news. What TV gigs are we seeing this weekend?
So Friday night, I'm going to see Clutch. They're live at the Doom Saloon 3. So I'm going to watch.
But you will be in your bedroom?
Yes.
Which, ironically, is also referred to as the Doom Saloon.
Very nice. Very nice. So, yeah, I've got tickets for that. I will be there. I'll see you there, listener.
Yeah, that's at 1 a.m. UK time.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. And then we've also got on Saturday. Every Time I Die, Etid, the Tidathon. The Diathlon or something.
Very excited. They're trying to get $69
for the band to continue. Otherwise, that's it. They're over.
They're over. They don't get that $69. So
we're attending that.
This looks like a lot of fun.
From a lounge.
Oh, I might. I don't think I'll move to the lounge. I'll stay in the bedroom.
Yeah, good shout. Stay in the Doom Saloon.
I'm not left here for weeks, so might as well keep in here.
Another huge bit of news for us that we didn't know about, being a fairly fresh podcast, is that we can play you clips of stuff we talk about now.
Yeah.
So when we mention a band or review an album or something, as long as we have asked that band for permission and they've said yes, we can play some of the music.
Hopefully it will work out.
We'll see.
Like mention a band in 3 seconds, and then we'll play the clip straight after, and then we'll show you how seamless it's going to be. So go on, then. Mention a band.
It has to be one of the ones we've asked, right? Okay.
Yeah, I thought you'd remember who you asked.
Fangs Out.
And that was Fangs Out.
There you go.
That was Fangs Out.
And that's how that works.
So we could do that now. We could do that
Bit
now.
of a spoiler for later, but that's how that works.
We've gone to level 2. We should have saved it for season 2.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, there's only season 1 and it lasts forever. So.
Oh yeah.
So that's good. So we can play music now. So that's great. So if the listener singular can hear stuff when we talk about it, that's good news. There's also a playlist.
But only if they let us.
In case there are bands who don't let us play their songs, which is all of them, most of them. There's also a playlist that we painstakingly put together every week that is on our Instagram page, Make It a Metal Pod, blah blah blah. And then,
that's the list of songs. The playlist is also good because we're not going to be playing all of the songs from the albums. Obviously, we just play little snippets. So the playlist is good anyway.
Then we would be a playlist if that was the case.
We'd just be a playlist. We'd be a radio show.
We're mainly spoken word. Let's face it.
What we could do is turn this into a live radio show and then edit it down to a podcast.
Oh, that's a really good idea. It would be a lot better.
So we get all the songs that people are letting us play,
or
we could play them during the live radio show.
We could do a live radio show and edit it down into a playlist. Get rid of us talking.
Get rid of us. Here's the playlist.
And just a very long-winded version of getting to the playlist.
Well, there's a lot of ideas.
Yeah,
so
maybe we'll do that next calendar year.
Exclusive.
Then
another
go on.
Big news.
Go on.
Santa's coming.
Yeah, is that relevant
next
to
week?
us or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is bringing an interview.
He's bringing
a first time interview.
I would like to say it's an exclusive interview, but I feel like they've probably been interviewed before.
I think they have, but they are. Santa is bringing an interview down your podcast chimneys next Friday.
Yeah, so we'll be interviewing a band for the first time. Let's see how that goes. And then that's our Christmas special next Friday.
Yeah.
And then the Friday after, we'll be doing our Album of the Year special. Ayotwai. The MCM Ayotwai is how you may also refer to it if you want to. And please send us your ideas, your albums. What have you been listening to this year that you've loved? Send it over. makeandtamemetal@gmail.com. Go to the Instagram page, Make and Take Metal Pod. Send us a DM. We will look at it and just ignore it because we've already got a short list. But we'll pretend that we looked at it.
Hopefully your favourite will be our favourite. And if it is your favourite, we'll mention you saying that you liked it as well.
Yeah. And if not, you just won't get mentioned.
So you get your name spoken out by me or Si. So.
And what an accolade.
Si or I.
Shall we move to messages?
That was the news!
Messages.
Just gonna keep.
Okay, so this week we have 3 messages from 3 different bands. And because we've got a whole new feature where we can play stuff, we thought it would be fun just to mention the bands, mention a bit of the messages, and then play some stuff. And then we'll move on. So fairly easy.
Our inbox has been blowing the fuck up.
Oh, my God. It's been very full. So one band we mentioned earlier, a band called Fangs Out, who messaged us to say that we clearly like Every Time I Die, and that they sound the same as them.
Yeah, they said we sound exactly like a band you like.
Yeah, and we were like, great, send us some stuff over. They did, and it's really fucking great. So they are from the West Midlands. They're a hardcore band. They are. They had an EP out in April. That was called Curse Words. Back in April, and we are going to play you a clip from a song called 86 Death Cult Classic.
Right now! There it is. That was Fangs Out.
I think they sound amazing. I am very much looking forward to more stuff, and hopefully at some point in the future seeing them live. So yeah, check them out. Fangs Out. Just Google it, I suppose, and you'll find everything you need to find, because that's what Google is.
Yeah.
Next up, last week we mentioned a band called Firing Squad. Thank you for that's a single man shooting. I think that's a bad firing squad.
Oh, it is.
That's a lone gunman.
No, he went early, and like no one else followed, so everyone else is good in the squad. But he shot early.
He's been eradicated from the squad.
He's been fired now from the squad.
The irony. Firing Squad, awesome thrash band.
Great stuff.
Yeah, really good. They had a new single out a couple of weeks ago. Police State of Mind, was it called?
Yeah, great cover as well.
Awesome,
fantastic cover,
front cover. But so we messaged them, by the way, and they said there's no album coming soon, but they're recording a couple more tracks, which is great. And then off the back of that, happened to get chatting to a band called Brutality. Who are a New York-based thrash band, and they're super young.
Super young, and brothers as well.
Are they brothers?
Well, they're called Brutality.
Yeah, but I didn't know but maybe they are brothers.
They're like a thrash metal Hanson. I think they're all brothers, and
maybe it would make sense if they were. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, maybe they are. They're 15, 16, and 18 years old.
That's the right ages to have
children.
3 births. Yeah,
that's about right. If I was planning a family, I would be like, 2 years, and then after 2 years, be like, not sure, and then a year later, okay, let's do it again.
You want them close together so they could all be in the same
a band. Yeah. Kudos to the parents of Brutality.
Big
but
up.
They're really fucking good, really good. So
Very
I think they will be ones to watch. You heard it here first. When Brutality headline Hellfest, you heard it here first. 10 years previous.
They'll be like, big thanks to
Making Metal for breaking us. So we're going to play a clip from a song called Foxhole by Brutality.
Here it is!
was. Thanks,
it
Brutality, for chatting to us.
Great stuff.
And keep up what you're doing, 'cause it's fucking great. So last one. This is huge. This is a exclusive, world exclusive.
This is a MCME.
MCME.
MCMWE. World exclusive.
Not been played anywhere else in the world. Maybe. Not sure.
Macumwi.
So this is from a band called Utopia. A guy called John, who we've been chatting to a little bit.
Hi, John.
He lives near Manchester. Hey, John. And he started a project with... So he's got some guest people on it. And guest people are from bands that you probably would know.
Should I get the guest Kookaburra out?
Oh, yeah, get the guest Kookaburra
so you could do reveals on who's on the... are you allowed to say who's
I can't.
on it?
No, I can't, but I've been told that I can hint strongly at the bands.
Okay. Right, okay. I'll get the Kookaburra and
then I'll hint at a band.
Then do a hint.
A member of this band is part of this project or is contributing to the project. Okay.
Right, let's go.
Ready? Okay. Rhymes with the Millinger a snake plan.
Who could it be?
Whoa.
But also, they've had about 13 members, so it's...
Yeah, it was one of them.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple of bands who are doing very well and or pretty big in the prog and extreme math metal scene that he's also collaborating with. And he has sent us a couple of tracks, so we can exclusively play a clip.
First time anywhere ever.
Ever from this project, which is labelled Utopia. And this is a clip from Impotent Prophet.
Here it is!
There it was.
There it was.
That sounded awesome. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Very good.
Very mathy, jazzy, jazz metal-y. Sounds wicked. I think there are apparently 11 tracks on the as yet to be released album. Not sure when it's coming out, but I think it sounds amazing. And I look forward to hearing more of that. And that was Messages.
Up next, as always, about this point in the podcast, it's new releases.
Matt, you're up first, I think.
I was listening to City of Industry, False Flowers. They've been around since 2017. I think they've released an album every year since then. 2018, 2019. This is their third album.
Thanks for counting the years from 2017 for us.
Yep.
One by one.
Third album, False. No, because they didn't release one in 2017. So 18, 19, and 20. So
my bad.
You know, they got it out quite at the end of the year. If they waited another month, if they had like something go wrong, it would have been 2021.
Not as sequential.
So it's called False Flowers. They're on American Aesthetic Records. They're a three-piece from Seattle. They call themselves a Seattle area power trio. This album, I love this album. I've listened to it quite a few times. Never heard of him before. Again, so it's quite. When the first song comes in, it's basically sounds like that song. It's like a slow piano kind of thing, and you don't know what to expect. It sounds like "Shine Bright Like a Diamond," like the.
Does it?
Do shine bright like a diamond.
I'm gonna have to put this on now.
But yeah, there's like a nice piano bit, and you don't know what you're gonna get, and then
you know what? Having just put it on now in my headphones, it's a lovely intro.
It is lovely,
but it does sound a bit like that. It's really nice.
It's great. It's great. But yeah, you wouldn't know what to expect from the album, and then it kicks in with their title track and kind of goes on from there. Basically, the cover is a black and white. There's a lot of masks. It looks like it was an early Slipknot photo shoot if Slipknot were marionettes.
It does, yeah.
So, it has everything. It kind of comes in. It's very sort of post-hardcore sounding.
It's got a lot of punky vibes.
Yeah,
to it,
but it's got
which I liked a lot.
It's like it was recorded like DIY punk, but like with a post-hardcore-y sound. It's got a bit of everything. It's got wartime interludes, and there's a fancy little. No, there's like
what's a wartime interlude?
Well, so there's bits like at the end of tracks or just before a track comes in. That's like a wartime, old radio sort of announcement on the radio, on the wireless that everyone would have had. So there's some old wartime interludes, and it ends with a little folky jig.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So when that was on, my girlfriend came in the room and she was like, "Oh, what's this?" I was like, "Oh, it's a band called City of Industry." And she's like, "Oh, I really like this, really good." And the next track came on, she was like, "What's this?" And I was like, "It's the same. It's the same. It's the same band."
Because everyone knows Simon's girlfriend is very much into little folky jigs. So
well, she's Irish.
Yeah.
Actually, I say the next track. It's the same one, but then it.
Oh yeah. It kind of kicks.
Oh wait, actually, I'm lying. It just carries on all soft, but another one came on. Anyway,
the vein.
By the
yeah, that's the vein. His vanity.
We'll
that's the end.
it.
And then, other than the sort of, there's the wartime interlude and the little folky jig, and there's a bit in a song that sounds like it should be like the public service broadcasting would put that song out. I think that's What a Time to Be Alive. It ends up with like almost like public service broadcasting sort of vibe to that, but everything else is sort of very punky, very hardcore. There's like doomy guitar riffs as well, so there's kind of a bit of everything going on there. There's like pure punk tracks like Cabbages and Kings, and you never know what's coming next with it. At first, I guess that could be a bit uncomfortable, but after more listens, like, oh yeah, this is bloody great.
It depends where you are as to whether that's uncomfortable or not. If you're in an orgy, not knowing who's coming next is very uncomfortable.
Fortunately, I was listening to this on my own in the Doom Saloon.
That is fortunate.
But no, it's very exciting, and it's one of those albums that you like pick new things up. The more you listen to it. So yeah. Loved it. Good stuff, guys.
What's is that your 3-word review? Good stuff, guys.
Nope. Nope. My standout track, I'm going to go with Equinox, because it's very very hardcore-y, very fast, very fun. 3-word review is industrious blooming sounds.
Oh yeah, nice. So because we contacted City of Industry and they were very kind and they said, yes, you can play something, we can play you a clip of Matt's favourite track.
Here we go. Here's a bit of Equinox. There it is. There it was. There you go. So go and listen to the whole album.
It's really, really good. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed I Who Sleeps in Darkness, track 11.
Very nice.
Sounded good. It was a little bit like more clean vocally, reminded me of Dinosaur Jr. in the vocals. That was a great album. I thought it was great.
Who have you got, Si?
So my first one is a band called Yashira. Album's called Failed to Be, and it was out on the 11th of December on Good Fight Music.
Good Fight.
Who since I've looked up, I didn't know that label, but they've got loads of great people on that label.
Wicked.
Terror, your mates Terror, they're on that.
Oh, I like Terror.
The Chariot. End.
They're good.
They're on that.
Oh, I love End.
The Contortionist.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, good label.
Mates.
So they're a heavy kind of deathy sludge band from Florida. And as soon as I put this on, and as soon as it started, I was like, yes, This is exactly the sort of thing I absolutely love. Lots of discordant, high-pitched guitar-y bits, drum rolls at the beginning, really like guttural, screamy vocals. It gets a little bit faster as it goes on, and then there's lots of chuggy bits, heavy, chuggy, discordant guitars. Not really any clean vocals, which is great. Bit post-metally in places. And then I think it would be very good to listen to if you have recently fallen out with someone.
Okay. And Christmas is coming up, so you'll fall out with a family
Christmas
member.
Day is a good one for this.
Give this album a listen.
They had so about 2 years ago, almost exactly, their drummer died in a car crash, which is awful. And they've dedicated this album to his memory, and they've got a new drummer since then. And I think he'd be very proud because it's fucking awesome.
That's great.
As soon as it kicks off and as it goes through, it reminded me a lot of Botch. Do you remember that We Are the Romans album? Similar, a bit slower, a bit chuggier, but really similar. And not too dissimilar to the likes of Cult Leader and Lulununa. You know those guys? Not a clue what's going on the front cover. The album cover is very confusing. I've tried to work it out. It's a woman with her shoulders in her face, and I don't know what's going on. Bit strange, but awesome album. My standout track is The Wait, and my 3-word review is No Botched Job. And I think we are allowed technically by them to play a clip of my standout track, which is The Wait.
Here it is! There it was. Good stuff.
Give it a listen. It's a fucking great album.
So I was listening to 156 / Silence and their album Irrational Pull. They're from Pittsburgh, America. They're a metalcore band. Starts off great. Stays great. Doesn't really change tempo much at all.
It's great then.
Until the Alice in Chains cover at the end. Them Bones. Good. Just have it as a bonus track. I don't know if it's an proper album track, but it's on the thing. But yeah, it's for fans of sort of sharp. There was like a sharp, toothy, employed to serve sort of sound going on with the vocals. There's like that new style. You know what they're all doing. They're all doing these days. No, but it's very good. They've been around since 2015. Standout track for me was Upset Unfed was my 3-word my standout track. My 3-word review was No Silence Whatsoever. It's very, very, very like hard hitting from the off, and it just carries on. Definitely listen to that. I don't think we can play anything.
No, not allowed to play anything. So you have to guess what it sounds like, or look it up. One of the two.
Yeah, just Spotify it. It'll be on the playlist.
It will be on the playlist, so definitely get onto Spotify and listen to that. Cryptodira. I've got The Angel of History. So this came out on the 4th of December. Same record label as Yashira.
Oh, nice. They're putting lots out.
They're a progressive experimental band from Long Island, New York. When it started, this album, I wasn't really sure about it. It's got like very raspy vocals and just drums. So it's like someone screaming over some drums. Little bit of mathy guitar comes in, which sounds quite good. Then a sort of clean, jazzy fill bit. And then towards the end of that track, a bit of an acousticy, Spanishy bit, which could be from like a sad bit of a Spanish-themed Pixar movie. So eclectic, definitely. Second track's a bit more straight-up mathy metal, bit of a Dillinger-y, jazzy, cleany bit in there, some proggy-sounding clean vocals as well. The whole album's got a shitload going on. Really, really enjoyed it. Lots of mathy stuff. Lots of really heavy, deathy bits as well. One of the vocals is a bit more high-pitched and kind of raspy. Matt, have you ever heard of Circle Takes the Square? That band?
No.
So so one of the vocals sounds very much like someone from Circle Takes the Square. There's one more sort of deathy vocal, and then a clean vocal, which I think is the same as the deathy vocal guy. Lots of progginess in here as well. So I think there are maybe how many tracks? 7 tracks? Maybe 8 tracks? 8 tracks. And after maybe the 3rd track, I was like, oh, I must have listened to most of the album. But it was only 3 tracks. So they changed quite a lot, which is really good. My 3-word review is metal melting pot.
Nice.
Because there's a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff.
It would go pretty well with, do you remember that Exist album we spoke about ages ago?
Yeah, that
Egoista.
was very good. Yeah.
Not dissimilar to that. My standout track is Dante's Inspiration, which we can play you a bit from now.
Here it is! There it was.
So that's our main reviews for this week. There's a few things that have also come out that we thought were worth mentioning.
Wes Borland from my supergroup released an album. I think he's out of the supergroup.
It's very strange, isn't it? It's called The Astral Hand. It's quite sort of new age, a bit atmospheric, and I don't know, the sort of thing you might hear in the background when you're having a massage. Yeah,
it would be great at a spa.
Yeah. I read a good thing about Wes Borland. Yeah. Apparently, he put all of his money from Limp Bizkit into the stocks and shares, and when he left, they said to him, "We'll pay you $5 million to stay for the next year." That's how much he was going to earn. Yeah. He was like, "No, fuck you! I've got money. It's absolutely fine."
I'm off.
He left Limp Bizkit, and then he lost all of his money in the 2008 stock market crash.
Oh,
and then he was completely broke.
And then is that why he came back and did the Unquestionable Truth?
I guess that's why, yeah.
Yeah. Completely broke.
So he's got no money, and this isn't going to help.
Well, he's probably got money now. He must have money now.
You would hope so.
He came back, didn't he? And he's done the tours with him.
Yeah, that's true. He would have built it back up. But then he must have lots of money because he released this.
If you don't have money, Wes, hit me up and I'll send you a few quid.
If you hit me up, I won't do that.
Only 3 or 4 quid. Enough for a bagel.
We should get Wes Borland a bagel. Crowdfunded.
Just needed his address.
Right. What else came out? Devil Sold His Soul.
Devil Sold His Soul came out.
London-based post-hardcore metal-y band thing. They used to be really heavy. This is a bit
This is a single called Beyond Reach.
Yeah, a bit screamo-y in places.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan. When the sort of more heavy vocals come in, I liked it. But otherwise, it was a bit too high-pitched and screamo-y. But I guess they've got an album coming out, so that's good. A Lethal Smile.
Yeah, A Lethal Smile. They're from Stockholm. They're very death, new alternative metal. There's a lot going on with them. Faceless is a great track. I really like. That was the track I listened to. And yeah, that was great. So give those guys a go. But yeah, I think it's just an EP, and it's a bunch of loads of different metal genres.
Yeah,
so
it's called Rigor Mortis.
Give it a go.
Quite new metal. It's a bit Slipknotty, I thought.
Yeah, it's that bit
and
of that in there.
Last new release, Matt, do you want to cover this? You're a big fan of this?
Big fan of this. This is Nicolas Cage Fighter. So obviously Nicolas Cage, somebody that fights Nicolas Cage. So not sure, but they're a 4-piece metal hardcore outfit from Australia, and they're very hardcore-y. Very good, very almost like, I guess, musically similar to Hatebreed style of hardcore.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're very nothing like Hatebreed, by the way. But yeah, they're very good. Give them a go. I'm very much looking forward to their album.
Yeah, enjoyed it. They've got 3 singles out fairly recently, so I guess it's an album coming
pretty soon. On the way.
And what a good name, Nicolas Cage Fighter. That's great.
Yeah, best band name
for a while.
I would like to be in a band called Nicolas Cage Fighter.
Maybe
so guys,
you can. Maybe we'll drop them a line and you can be in the band.
If you got an opening, I've heard of Australia before. So
but the whole Fear Factory thing's not really working out. So this could be your
no, hasn't worked out.
You'll back up.
It could still work out because he hasn't announced anyone yet.
It won't. Right, so shall we move to
that was new releases.
Yeah, it was. Album of the week.
Album of the week.
So album of the week.
So,
Matt, do you want to get the album of the week woodpecker out? Album of the week this week is Yashira.
Well done, guys.
Congratulations, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. I think I listened to it about 6 or 7 times in the last week.
Yeah, definitely going into the album of the year pile.
I think it is. It's on the list, isn't it?
Definitely. Yep.
It could be a very late entry.
Very late. But
it could clinch a position in the top 10. You never know.
Yeah, you never know with these things.
Tune in on
very bloody good.
New Year's Day. If your New Year's resolution is to listen to more metal podcasts, then New Year's Day, one's coming out.
Yep. So give that a go. That was album of the week.
Album of the week.
Okay,
what's next?
Up next is everybody's favourite thing to do at home when they're stuck at home. It's homework.
It's what you do at home.
So last week you gave the homework.
It was mine. I scrabbled around for ideas and I came up with original soundtracks.
Almost like you didn't pre-plan it and it just came out off the top of your head.
You know what? When you've got homework from a podcast that no one listens to, and that's already a bit of a struggle, coming up with another thing for the following week is like extra homework on top.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was tricky. But the homework for this week was original soundtracks. Best and worst.
Original soundtracks.
With a metal theme, obviously. Not just any old soundtrack.
So I think we should go worst first.
Worst first? Do you want to go with your worst first?
So my worst first is a movie called Judgment Night. Had a soundtrack. There was a lot going on. What they did is they got sort of metal bands and rappers to do. Well, it wasn't just metal bands, metal grunge, sort of like rocky stuff. They had Slayer with Ice-T.
Oh God.
Biohazard with Onyx. They had Living Colour, Run DMC, Dinosaur Jr. and Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Pearl Jam and Cypress Hill, and Sonic Youth and Cypress Hill.
There seems to be a real thing for
Cypress Hill was
soundtracks at the time used to combine different genres.
Yeah, it's probably where sort of like rap metal and stuff came from.
What, this album?
No,
this album sparked off rap metal.
I think so. It was released in 1993.
Maybe it did.
Yeah.
Maybe Fred Durst listened to this and was like, you know what, they're onto something here.
Yep, and there's covers in there. There's Faith No More cover. and stuff
Real
like that.
Thing, yeah. Oh God, I haven't heard this. I might have to give it a listen.
Yeah, give it a listen. It's
Is
just
it awful?
It's worse than it sounds. It sounds like it should
so
be
it must
amazing,
be really
right?
bad.
With all of those Helmet and House of Pain,
Wow.
But yeah, so give that a listen. I've not seen the film, but I knew about this soundtrack. I think this is one of those things where the soundtrack sort of was bigger than the movie.
Yeah.
So
because it was bad, or just it was big at the time.
I think because I think it was like pretty big at the time. So yeah, I think no one really cared about the movie, and everyone was more into the soundtrack because they did something fun with it. But that's my worst one.
That's good. I'm gonna go with my worst one is Last Action Hero.
Oh,
which is controversial because if you look at who's on it, it's got AC/DC, Megadeth, Anthrax, Aerosmith, Cypress Hill, who were on everything at the time, Def Leppard, Alice in Chains, but it's shit songs from every single one of them, apart from AC/DC and Megadeth.
Okay, yeah. What Megadeth song?
It's Angry Again.
Oh, that is a good song.
Which I think is just for the film. I don't think it was on another album. I don't think.
Yeah. This is also the best Arnold Schwarzenegger movie ever.
It's such a good film. But these songs are all really slow and dull. The Anthrax one is slow. The Queensryche, Def Leppard, they're all really slow, boring songs. Aerosmith, slow. Cypress Hill is Cock the Hammer. That one. Which is pretty good. But the rest, guys, awful. I sort of forgotten about it, and I was like, "Oh, these bands are all interesting," and then it's just so bad.
Aerosmith's is a live track. Did they play live in the movie? I can't remember.
I don't know if they did. Not sure.
Nice. There's a lot going on in that movie.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Film of the week for me.
Film of the week. Film of the week.
Best film what was your best one? Best soundtrack?
My best one was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 7.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what number. It's the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and so this soundtrack it starts off with "Immortally Insane" by Pantera.
Ooh.
And then you've got Hatebreed, Static X, who are on every single soundtrack since they started. There's a Meshuggah song, Fear Factory, Lamb of God.
Great.
And it's good songs by all of them. There's some filler, but this was when this came out, 2003. I remember the soundtrack coming out and being very excited. And it's like, oh my God, it's gonna have Lamb of God on the movie, Fear Factory on the Meshuggah, and yeah, I was looking.
They're not on the
forward
movie,
to
are they?
to all of them on the movie,
and these songs don't feature on the movie either.
Pretty much.
Some songs inspired by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So there's probably a little bit of a couple of those in there, but yeah, like they got all of these songs that they could have used, and they could have made the film a lot better. But yeah, so that was my favourite one.
That's a good one.
I've got. Have you got?
My favourite one is a bit obvious, maybe. It's the Matrix soundtrack.
Oh, okay,
classic.
It's like
it was the
everyone's
Judgment
favourite.
Night was a bit of a mashup of rap and metal. This was like a mashup of sort of electronic music / dance / drum and bass and metal.
Yeah.
So you had. This is not drum and bass or really metal, but Dragula, Rob Zombie.
Nice. Yeah. Classic.
Deftones. This is where Maya Summer got big from, I think.
Mm-hmm. This is everyone's favourite soundtrack, isn't it?
It's fucking great. Du Hast. Wake Up, Rage Against the Machine. And their Monster Magnet, Look to Your Orb for the Warning.
And they make good use out of like the Rage Against the Machine track and stuff like that in the movie.
In the movie, they do, yeah, massively.
Which is good.
And it had cool little like I don't even know what kind of music it is, but like Spy Break, propeller heads. That one. I don't know what you call that. But
yeah. I like it when the movie uses the stuff in the movie a lot as well. So
yeah,
good stuff.
Really great. That would be my favourite, I think.
Nice. I'd like to throw out an honourable mention.
Yeah,
Don't know if you got any of those. Jonah Hex was basically
Mastodon.
Mastodon, just wrote all the music for it, and supposedly they wrote a whole score, and then the film company completely changed the movie, so they had to do another one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because obviously I googled the shit out of this to find stuff, and I listened to the Mastodon one, but it is very much like a score rather than songs, right? It's good. That's though.
Right. It is good, but there's a lot of Mastodon-y bits in there, and obviously it's a score, so it's throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted a little mention there if we're talking about.
Yeah, that's good.
Talking about
well, other honourable mentions, the Mortal Kombat one was another classic.
Yeah.
That had Fear Factory on it. That had Typo Negative, Napalm Death, Buckethead featured on a track.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And then a bunch of like dancey stuff. It was a real mix of dancey stuff and metally stuff on soundtracks back then.
Obviously, like Bride of Truckee was pretty good.
What was on that?
Well, that had just anything with Rob Zombie was pretty good at the time.
He was great when we saw him.
He was.
I loved it.
Very, very good. But I think they use Dragula in it quite early on in the actual movie as well. So
fucking tune.
That's a lot of fun.
Stick it on the playlist. It'll be on the playlist.
Like I said, Static X are on most of the soundtracks from back then. So yeah, it's good.
It was good times.
So yeah, that was our homework for this week. We're not setting homework this week, though, are we? For next week?
No, we've got the Christmas special next week, and then the Album of the Year special. So this is more of an appeal to anyone who is still listening at this stage to send us your homework assignments.
What do you want us to do? It's up to you. It's your podcast now. You tell us. You tell us the homework to do, and we will do that for whoever wins the homework. Whatever one we pick. Whatever one we pick is the one that we will do. So make them interesting. Don't make them too hard because we only have limited talents,
as you would have discovered.
But yeah, we've had all sorts of different things. We've had to do a cover. We've had to draw a picture. We've had to come up with our favourite soundtrack. So we've had quite a lot of different
think of things.
Different
we've had
things.
To say stuff.
So come up with something interesting that you'd like us to do for homework, and we will do that.
Yeah, send it over to makeandtamemetal@gmail.com or go to Make and Tame Metal Pod on Instagram. Send us a DM. We'd love to hear from you.
We would. So
that was homework.
Now it's everyone's favourite part of the show. It's band name generator. So I'll explain it quickly while you get the die.
Yeah, here's the die.
Basically, I think everyone knows what's going on, but it might be someone's first episode. So we've got a load of dice, and that basically gives us the band name. So we got categories, and each category has a different word. So we roll a dice to see how many words are in the band name, and then we find the category, we find the word, and then we get 3 words, and then we put them together, and then we find the band name. We get the band name, and then we roll another die for the last time, and then we get the genre of the band.
That was exquisitely done, and I liked the sort of weird way you ended it. Okay, here we go. I'll roll the 6-sided die. 3
words.
Nice
I said that.
That's good. Yep. Right, then it is the 10-sided die.
10-sided die. Roll the die side.
Oh my God, where's the 10-sided die? Which one is it? Let's go with
I thought you had them ready. That was
5.
You want to get them ready while I explain.
5.
5.
Religious things.
Religious things. So we then find a word from
12-sided
religious
die.
things.
Number 7, God.
God. Oh,
very religious.
God.
Okay, God's the first word. Ready?
Yep. Well, it's a word.
And then number 8. So the next category is body bits.
Body bits. Oh,
your favourite?
Does God have body bits? Do you think?
No. Number 12-sided die. Head.
Head.
Yeah, number 10. Head.
Okay. So God and head.
God head. So far,
there's one more word for the band
Godhead.
name.
Okay, that category is category number 3.
So
Which
before
is-
you roll we can use joining words
Yeah.
like and the. Can we join words?
Godhead.
So like God, yeah. Is that allowed?
I don't think you need to join them. That can just be Godhead.
Yeah, but sometimes you want
Godhead.
just Godhead as one word.
I think
That's not what I'm going for.
I think you can
but
do that. Yeah.
We can
Fuck
so
it.
we can join them and use joining words, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
New
you're going to do
rule.
that then, are you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay,
seeing if I can.
This category is animals. And
Animals.
the animal is number 3, shark. Matt finds sharks
we got-
very amusing.
Well, we've got Godhead and Shark.
Yeah. Godhead shark.
Right. Godhead Shark.
So the things won't take very long, maybe. But Matt's going to now come up with a band name with those 3 words,
Yeah.
basically, is the idea. Maybe it's going to take longer than he's got one.
Okay. I've got one.
Okay, what is it?
So I think the joining words allowed. I've got God's own shark head.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
God's own shark
There
head.
we go. God's own shark head.
Own,
And we
yeah,
roll
that
the
works.
we roll the dice. God's own. Yeah, because it kind of joins the word to the next word, and we're never going to get own anywhere else.
That's very true. Okay, let's roll the. This is the die that defines the type of music, type of band.
God's own shark head. What
It
kind
is
of
number
band do you
5, which is
imagine them being?
thrash. Oh.
No?
My internet connection was unstable just then. It's back.
Okay. Shall I count again? Let's count again, just in case.
Go on then.
1, 2, 3. Right. Can you remember where where before your internet went off? Right. So now we roll
Okay.
the genre die.
Okay.
Now we roll the
here we
genre
go.
die.
It's number 5, thrash metal.
Thrash metal, God's own shark head. Great. So what we're going to do is we're going to go away and come up with the jingle for God's own shark head, the thrash band God's own shark head.
Yeah, look forward to
And
that.
here it is.
God's own shark head. It's God's own shark head. It's God's own shark head. It's God's own shark head. God's own shark head. God's own shark head. Yes, it's God's own shark head. Yes, it's God's own shark head.
That was God's own shark head. Thanks for listening.
What a great band.
It's the end of the episode. You've made it.
That's it now.
Made it through.
So I guess next week is the next episode, I presume.
Yeah, next week is the Christmas episode with
Ooh.
Juan Bond.
Juan Bond. You heard it here first.
Yep.
We are interviewing Juan Bond.
And then it's the
Next
Album of
week.
the Year episode on New Year's Day, NYD.
Wow. What an apt time for that particular episode to happen.
Or do we have to just say our favourite album of 2021 because that will be the year?
Oh, maybe we can't do the episode because we're in the wrong year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Got to release it early.
Actually, on that day, I think the Juan Bond album comes out. So that will have to be our album of the year.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Club of Nails in the Dwarfs Red Pus. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming back. Tell a friend.
Please tell a friend. And Merry Christmas. And we will say that again next week when you listen to us, definitely on Christmas Day. But yeah, Merry Crimble. And we'll see you very soon.
Yeah, tell a friend. Go to Instagram at Make It Say Metal Pod. Email us. Tell us if the homework you want us to do. Tell us all.
Yeah, I forgot all of that. All
the resolutions.
all of the above.
Yeah, just and then make the homework hard for Simon.
Oh, that is the title of my autobiography.
Well, that's
Hard
that.
for Simon.
See you Christmas Day.
Bye.